Welcome everyone to another episode of Awesome Maths. Now today we have a question like this, and this comes in several international competitive exams. Find the value of 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus 4 cube plus dot 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 and all the way to 9 cube plus 10 cube. Right? Now this looks very difficult, and trust me, it is very difficult if you try to solve it the conventional way. So we will solve it in a very different way. Okay, and for that I will show you some tricks. Let us first of all outline a few steps. What is 1 cube? 1 cube is equal to 1, right? Or rather 1 squared. Okay, now what is 1 cube plus 2 cube? 1 cube plus 2 cube is equal to 9, which is also equal to 1 plus 2 whole squared. What is 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube? You can have this calculated. This will come to 36, which is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 whole squared. So do you understand that basically the rule for calculating the addition of separate cubes of every number cubed is basically the sum of those numbers whole squared. So isn't this an easy trick now to calculate the value of this? Now we just hence 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus 4 cube plus all the way to 9 cube plus 10 cube. What does this come to? This will come to, in fact I'll write it below, is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus all the way plus 10, yeah, whole squared. Now how can we find the sum of this? Now this is typically easy, but we will do this also in an easier way. So this means this is 1 plus 10 plus 2 plus 9 plus 3 plus 8 plus 4 plus 7 plus 5 plus 6, right, whole squared. If you see, each of these sums add up to 11, right? So this is basically nothing but 11, which is 5 times. So 11 plus 11 plus 11 plus 11 plus 11 squared, right? So this we can write as, there are 5 11s here. This is nothing but 55 whole squared, which is equal to 3025. This you can have it done in like your rough work here, 55 into 55, and it will give you 3025. So how easy was it to solve this from what it initially looked like? I mean, so many cubes added up. If we tried doing it normally by, finding out the cubes and then adding them up, it would have taken a long process, right? And typically in Olympiad exams or international exams, you won't have so much of time. So solving it this way will be much easier. Wasn't that awesome? Now we will move on to another video where we will solve a problem which is about the difference of cubes. And what will happen is something like this. Typically what happens is that they will ask you a question like this, that find the answer to 21 cube minus 20 cube, or something like 15 cube minus 14 cube, and there will be a set of multiple choice answers which would be provided. So you would have to select the right answer. Now we have got two methods to solve this. First is we actually find out 21 into 21 into 21. Sounds long, right? Because it is. And then we find the answer to that and then have this subtracted from that. But I will teach you a very simple way which will be easy, right? So let's find out the way. Now we know that 2 cube minus 1 cube, right, is equal to 8 minus 1, right, is equal to 7, is equal to 1 plus 2 into 1 into 3. Right? Now, similarly, just following from this, I can write 3 cube minus 2 cube is equal to, how much will that be? This is 27 minus 8. This is 19. And this is the same as 1 plus, tell me, 1 plus 3 into 2 into 3. Right? So, what I can say from this is that 4 cube minus 3 cube. What is that? That is equal to, just following from this directly, that is equal to 1 plus 4 into 3 into 3. So what is happening is the larger number cubed minus the smaller number cubed is equal to 1 plus the product of the two numbers into 3. Similarly, you can see it here. 3 cube minus 2 cube is equal to 1 plus product of the two numbers into 3. Similarly, 4 cube minus 3 cube is equal to 1 plus product of the two numbers into 3. So, hence, 21 cube minus 20 cube. Just following the same pattern. What does this tell us? 1 plus 21 into 20 into 3. What is that? This is equal to 1 plus, so 21 into 20, if you have it done, it will be equal to 420 into 3. The answer to this will be 1 plus 1260 is equal to 1261. So once you know a trick like this, how easy it is to solve a problem like this, especially in international competitive exams where you won't have time to really have the cube found of two numbers and then subtract them both. So know this method. This is very helpful and awesome. So moving on to a third problem for the day. And again, this is something which you will see regularly in every Olympiad exam that happens in India and also internationally. And it will be something like this, that we will be given that 10 plus 11 plus 12 plus dot 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 plus up to a certain number. So here it is 100 is equal to 5005. Whereas 95 plus 96 plus 97 plus all the way to 200 is equal to 15,635. So what we have to determine is how much is 10 plus 11 plus 12 plus dot 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 plus 200. Okay. Now we have got some of these numbers will be common amongst these two equations or these two statements. What we have to do is we have to find out the total and ignore the ones which have been stated twice. How do we do it? Well, it's like this. Let us label this as 1. Okay, I will maybe, yeah. So this is 1 and this is 2. Okay. Now all we do is 1 plus 2. Now what is the LHS in 1 plus 2? So the LHS becomes, right, the left hand side, that becomes 10 plus 11 plus 12 plus dot dot dot. Now plus 100 plus 90, so let's write it down, plus 100 plus 95 plus 96 plus 97. Let's write down the entire thing just for our clarity's sake, plus all the way to 200, right? This is what the LHS is. Now here there are some terms which are coming twice, right? So what we have is, I will just write this part again so that it's easy. 10 plus 11 plus 12 plus dot dot dot. Now we have this all the way to 200, right? So this all the way to 200, we already know the answer to that. That is equal to 15,635. Right? So, but however, what's happening here is there is a term of 95 plus 96 which is getting repeated twice. Right, kids? So, what we need to do is we will just write this as this plus 2 into 95 plus 96 plus all the way to 100 plus all the way to 200. Is this clear? This is the most critical step here, because here we are getting 95 plus 96 plus 97 plus 98 plus 99 plus 100, and we are getting this here again, which is 95 plus 96 plus 97 dot 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 all the way to 200, right? So we have to separate this out and write it here, that this is equal to that this has come here twice. Okay, now all that we need to do is we already know that this part, the 10 plus 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 dot all the way to 100 is equal to 5005, and we know that 95 plus 96 plus all the way to 200 is, how much is that? That is equal to 15,635, right? So when we find out the answer to this, all we have to do is we have to add these two, which we have done here. We have to add these two, but we have to reduce one lot of 95 plus 96 plus all the way to 100. Plus 15,635. So from here, what do we get? Hence, 10 plus 11 plus 12 plus all the way to 200, right, is equal to 5,005 plus 15,635 minus one lot of 95 plus 96 plus all the way to 100. So I hope that this step is clear, because what we are doing here is we are just putting all the way to 200. There are two lots here of 95 plus 96 plus all the way to 100. We are just taking one part of that to the other side, so that 95 plus 96 plus all the way to 100 shows up just once, right? So this is the final answer, which kids you can calculate, and if you calculate this, what it will come to is 20,055, which is the final answer. So have we understood these steps, that when we have a problem like this, there is a repetition of a certain number of digits, and we have to just add these two terms up and separate out that one lot of digits so that we get the answer to this. Repeating this again, because this problem comes again and again in a lot of Olympiads. If you do Olympiads, you will find this problem in virtually every year. But you solve it like this, it will be very easy for you. Thank you. Wasn't that awesome? Hi kids. Maths is the language of the universe, and I'm doing everything that I can to make maths problems a bit easier for you. So if you like my videos, I would just request you to please like, subscribe, share all of my videos, and also send me your comments on what new maths problems you would like me to solve for you. Thank you and all the best.